I've been playing Marvel Strike Force for 1,103 days, and over the past month, I've made some good decisions, some bad decisions. Which are the best T4s? Which are the worst T4 investments that I've done? And is it worth putting T4s into this Shadowland team? I'm gonna ask my brother OhEmGee right there. Yeah, I hope you got some answers for me with my T4s. And if you guys are ready to see what are the best and worst over the past month in my roster, OhEmGee, my friend, tell them what to do.
I just bought a dog whistle.
ValleyFlyin.
Woo! What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am gonna talk with you about my roster, all the mistakes, all the good and the bad that I have done, and hopefully get some recommendations as well. And if you want to get some recommendations on what is the best things that you could do with your T4s and your rosters, and see what is going on in Marvel Strike Force, the good, the bad, the indifferent, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. But what is up, OhEmGee? It has been a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I actually can't wait to see the T4s that you did on your Axeman and the ISO 8s and Shadowlands and just in general, like what you did for T4s. I'm very interested.
Yeah, we didn't have Axeman last month. We had three of them, but we didn't have Bishop. We didn't have Jubilee. We didn't know how good these guys were actually going to be when they are in the game.
And the thing about Axeman too, there's more than one correct build. So it's like you're not, there's not really a wrong way of doing it. I think there's some ways that are different depending on your team size, but a lot of good builds on that team.
Yeah, a lot of different ISO 8 classes that people are using with success. There's not just one cookie cutter way. There's a bunch of different ISO 8 classes that you could put on the characters. But let's go into the game. Boom, here we are. 11 and a half almost. Total collection power. Not too much else has changed though. I mean, more blitz wins, more blitz ranks. Anything else you need to see here before we go into the exciting stuff?
You got to get that war MVP up, man.
I don't know. I'm not getting that many defensive wins nowadays. I don't know what to do. War is war, man. All right, let's go check out the roster, see what have been done. All right, this is the latest character in the game, White Tiger. No T4. I have not put a T4 into her passive. It looks very good. According to the MSF.GG bot with Mantis, synchronizing with Mantis right now, 37% of users have this on her, and I think this is a good T4. I think she's a good character. I just am not really investing in her right now. I don't see her as usable right now because of the lack of gold stars, lack of the rest of the team. What are you doing with your White Tiger?
Oh, we're in the same place. People that spent ungodly amounts of money on her are telling me amazing things and how she does this and she does that, and I don't disagree. She's got a campaign event coming up tomorrow on Friday, and then you'll probably get her to 4 stars, if not 5 stars. And then you'll have a 5/5 White Tiger, and then you can start dumping some resources. But yeah, if you're focusing on Dark Dimension 4 and building up those characters, orange gear materials are still very scarce, and it's hard to justify taking any characters above 12. Stopping at 12 and not going any higher, it just gets really, really challenging after that.
Yeah, so I initially pulled two red stars on her. Went back yesterday on stream. I was like, I think she's gonna be very, very valuable down the road when we could get some gold stars on her. So pulled this, got lucky, opened one of those 5-star leads. So that is set. But yeah, no real use for her right now. But I think down the road she'll be.
It sounds like you're in the exact same place I am. It's just like we need to get Moon Knight. And then see them do some crazy stuff. It's a T4 dependent team. I mean, at least 6 from what I could see. A lot of T4s, maybe more than 6. So, which is not a lot. I guess some teams take 8. I mean, but still on a team that is not going to be, necessarily used everywhere. It's definitely going to be an offensive war team. How many T4s can you justify, on an offensive war team? I mean, that's how many T4s? Offensive war team. How many T4s can you just justify?
I mean, I think 4 is like a no-brainer. If it takes 4, all right, cool. If it takes more than that, I'll have to think about it. They have to have some pretty good counters.
Yeah.
If they're like a Black Order can counter pretty much everything, I mean, you can make the argument 4 on each character.
Yeah,
so
we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I just want to say this before we move on that. I do not think that they are skilletary at all. I don't think it's skilletary.
no, but kind of like the problem that Skilletary has, the lack of gold stars. When are these characters going to be pharma? When should we start to build these up? When are they going to be big enough to be countering some of the teams that we have in war? A lot of questions, which is why she's still at 2 stars right now.
And for me, I have so many good characters that I'm highly interested in. You know, you've got Dad Bros up there, right? You know, you've got Longshot. You know, Longshot is of high interest to me. I haven't really started working on him. Axeman, they're very interesting. Still working on them, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a look at the Axeman. Then I'll talk about my DD4 strategy because I'm building up certain characters like Longshot that I'm not sure how he's going to do in DD4. I know with Shatterstar, reports very, very good. I haven't heard reports of Longshot by himself, so I'll let you know hopefully by the time we meet next month. All right, T4s for the Axemen. Got them all up to level 70. We have not really done Doom raids yet.
You did all of them. That's funny. I did all of them also. I did all of them.
This one is really good. I mean, if you look at what's the most popular, it's this passive and this special, but these are really good as well. I mean, she's a really good legendary character on her team.
Let's talk about the ultimate. The text on it's wrong.
The speed bar reduction is not good, right?
So when you look at it level 6, it's when you're going from 6, you're looking at the upgrade and it says that it doesn't say anything about the speed bar going to 25%. So when you're at level 6, it says reduce speed bar by minus 15%. When you put the T4, it bumps that up to 25%. So I think a lot of people overlooked that, but that was actually, I wasn't able to find out about it until someone told me and showed me a screenshot. It's like, hey, the ability description doesn't say that you got this, and I got this for free. Went into the code, went into msf.gg, and yeah, it's actually. So I ended up doing all 4 of mine as well. They're all quite good, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point because just looking at this part right here that's above my head, it may not seem that appealing, but it also reducing the speed bar by 10% in addition to all this stuff, I think that's a good T4. And I think kind of underrated as far as what the community is doing with this. And at
least the text is wrong in the player's favor rather than the other way around, right?
Yeah, it's good. It's helping us and not buffing it. I have this. What is this? Is this Striker? Skirmisher. Okay.
Skirmisher, yeah.
Skirmisher on her. It looks like Striker's the most popular for her, but I think either one are good choices for Jubilee. Next is Beast. Only did the special as far as T4. Have the healer class on him, but I don't see any other ISO 8 class that's that popular other than the healer class.
There it depends on how you do it. There is a a team build where if you have a beefy enough team, like a high enough red stars and it's beefy enough and you just want to run over the other team because they are a snowball team. I mean, the more kills you can get, the more it just ramps up, right? And then you get the more turn meter, right? And so there's like a purely offensive build that just is solely made up of strikers and skirmishers, and it's really just trying to maximize getting as much damage out of bishop and a striker. So but putting Beast as healer is the logical choice.
Yeah, it seems to be the most popular, and again the special seems to be the best. But yeah, it's depends how you run this. It's kind of like the symbiotes. A lot of people are running symbiotes, healer on them, and then when they start to build those symbiotes, like, we don't need the healer. So maybe down the road healer won't. And if you're Axeman or beefy enough, then maybe not.
I do healer on Beast also. So yeah.
Next is Kitty Pride. Did a lot on her. Did the passive. I think the passive is the most important. The basic is also good because of the clearing the positive effects, clearing 2 instead of 1. I like this one because you're getting 50% extra damage to all the targets on an AoE attack. That's kind of standard. So anything above and beyond the 50% AoE damage, I think that's good. And you're getting more speed bar if an enemy has taunt. Now this one, the taunt, I haven't seen that a lot when this comes up, so I don't know how valuable this special has been for me.
Turn 1, are you doing this ability more than the disrupted? It seems like
depends.
There's definitely times where, because it throws the offense down up there. It's kind of nice to do that turn 1 rather than turn 2.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on what I'm seeing in the raids. Like if there's a Drax or someone that's taunting right in the beginning, obviously this one. But if there's nobody and I want to stop their taunt, then this one. So, but I think the biggest one is this this passive right there on Kitty Pride.
Yeah, passive and the basic is what I did for sure. The basic increases it from 1 to 2 on both the counter and the assist and the basic. So that's great.
And then I have a skirmisher, striker. I'm getting these symbols confused. So I have striker on her.
Okay, so but there's
healer seems to be a very popular one with the community as well.
Yeah, because of the of her passive heals when they soak up an evasion or dodge when she's throwing it up there all the time. So the healer is popular also.
Yeah, so I guess if your team is a little lower, that healer is a more popular choice so that you can get that, and then as you build them up, that it's not as important. Iceman, only his passive. I'm actually thinking about doing his ultimate as well, just for that extra damage, but I'm not sure. He needs more focus. I think he needs more focus. He needs more gold stars. He just needs more power, but passive I think is awesome choice. And then I just
did the passive. You could do Raider or Skirmisher. So if you're trying to take advantage of the focus, but see, you don't get the focus until you take him to ISO 5. So I think the people that are using Skirmisher on him are gone all the way up. I have no interest in taking any of these guys to ISO 5 right now. ISO 5 is super hard to do.
Yeah, I'm still working on some of my older teams for that ISO 5s. And then Bishop, he got so much damage even at this 4-4 level. Ultimate, lots of damage, low cooldown. I think this is the best ultimate out of the group. Yes. Oh, maybe Jubilee's is good, but the taunt, this passive is also very good. Chance to counterattack, damage reduction, good stuff. So that's my Axeman. Similar to what you're doing?
You could do Skirmisher on him too. The advantage of doing Skirmisher is that he counterattacks all the time. And when he counterattacks, he applies vulnerable. So I'm torn. Most of the time I do Skirmisher on Bishop. I just like it because he's taunting, and so he's always counterattacking. And then he's applying the vulnerable. And then at a minimum, you're getting the extra damage when you do that.
I might switch it. I wish I had more ions to experiment with this a little more. I just pretty much set it and forgot it.
I have 2 different classes on almost all of them now.
On all of them?
Played. Okay. Well, I only went to 3. See, 3 is not too expensive. It's just when I'm not ready to commit to taking him to 4, but at least at 3, I have some flexibility of playing around with them.
True. Yeah. All right. I might just experiment with a few of these and take a bunch to level 3. That's my Axeman though. As far as DD4, just finished global today actually on stream. And who did I use? I used Sinister, Ghost, and they're the 2 MVPs. Black Widow because she was cheap and Sabretooth because she was cheap. Now my rationale not taking Emma in there, Sabretooth, Longshot have the same amount of uniques as just Emma. So I figured I get 2 characters instead of 1. So Longshot and Sabretooth are my 2 mutants there. And then on the back end going for Phoenix. But I'm building up right now. Longshot missing a piece there. Have Thanos done. Proxima's missing 1 piece. Minerva is missing 2 pieces. That's my Cosmic and then global.
I think it's a great plan because I mean it's a great plan. I wasn't thinking about Longshot when I was doing my planning, and by the time Longshot was relevant and up and running, I was already deep into it. So that seems really smart. And some people are using Jubilee now in their plans. Like that wasn't an option. So, anyways,
I would rather have Jubilee than Invisible Woman if I have those mutant pieces. I think she's going to be more valuable.
Then you could take all those bio pieces you put in Invisible Woman can go into a symbiote. I wish I could have done that. And then Punisher. Oh man, this sounds great.
Yeah, maybe. So my plan right now is Symbiote Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, and Scream. And then Punisher, because after I'm done with Proxima, I have a bunch of skill gear. He's very cheap on that. Plus, he's a hero, like you said, and he gives that extra damage.
It's worth mentioning that people are using Night Nurse instead of Punisher. I'm not sold on it though. Not yet.
Okay. Well,
yeah,
maybe when Moon Knight comes out, I'll have enough gear, and people will test out this Shadowland team, and maybe Moon Knight will. I mean, or maybe Night Nurse will be the way to go with this. So,
well, I know 2 people that have like pretty well developed Night Nurses, and both of them seem pretty happy we're talking outside of DD3, right? Or outside of DD4,
DD4.
where they're just like happy with Night Nurse. 41% health. And then, of course, what is Punisher good for? I have a 15 Punisher, and I don't get use out of him. I just don't.
Yeah, maybe I should switch Punisher to Night Nurse, especially for those skill lanes in Doom. Which requires healers. There's not a lot of healers in this game in the skill category, so maybe that is the way to go.
I'm pretty comfortable, Valley, telling you to look into Night Nurse. I think it's a better pick. I mean, it's just I think you're going to get more use out of Night Nurse in some of the raids, and maybe I'm not. It's unknown whether or not Shadowlands is going to be super important or not, but it's worth looking into for sure.
All right, I've hearted her, so I'm gonna go look at her in case. Any other characters that you want to see in particular, or do you want to go right to save squads? Ghost.
Go. I think we should just talk about Ghost in general.
Okay.
Because I'm finding that Ghost on defense in war can almost take out. She definitely counters and does some really wonky things against OG Axeman. OG X-Men. So like X-Men without Beast. I would think twice against going up against a 15 Ghost.
Oh man, those X-Men without Beast, they are not that good anymore.
Good. No,
they were really good with Beast.
Because people want to use their astonishing X-Men, right? So they're pulling Beast off, and they're going like I went into an attack. I didn't play it perfectly, but I went into a weird team. It was like Wave 1 Avengers with Ghost, and it was like 100K punch down with X-Men, right? Yeah. And Ghost soloed the team pretty much. Phoenix? Nah, she could take on Phoenix. Not a problem.
She's
weird. Really good.
You look at her kit, you're like, all this value's in DD4. What value does she have outside of that game mode? But man, every game mode. Good. Raids, war, anything you use her on.
Yeah, MVP. she's really good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Ghost. I love her. She's great.
One of the so much value. It's not just DD4 guys, or not just Dark Dimension. You got a lot of value in Ghost there. Any other characters you want to check out?
Let's see. Scroll down a little bit further. I think we covered everything. I mean, I think the next round of interest for both of us is going to be Moon Knight. But that's kind of a longer play. Let's go see your save squads. I've got to see because there's a lot of stuff got moved around, and I have not optimized yet. In fact, I feel like it's going to be weird when we go look at mine.
Yeah, I did make some minor changes. So all this is the same here. This is the same. Beast obviously got taken off of this. No, actually, Beast was never on this as a Blitz character. This is the same. But yeah, this got changed around. This Kree team is new. This team wins at 8.3, actually a little higher power than they were before. So they score even more than my Asgardians now. So this new team, they do very good. Probably need a little more power in Ultimus and Cyborg, but yeah. As far as wins,
I think I used Korath. I used Korath right there, but yeah, that makes sense.
I think I'm using Korath on my Mercs. We'll go see in a little bit. I don't remember.
Yeah, I brought Bullseye up just to make him work on my Mercs. Yeah.
Oh, that I could either bring Bullseye or Sniper up. I'm just using Korath because he's already there. X Factor, Wave 1 Avengers, using Captain Marvel on defense. I used to use Ghost. I wasn't getting a lot of wins. Maybe it's because the rest of my team is so low. But I put Captain Marvel there, and I'm still not winning on D. So I'm not sure.
I put Thor there. I've completely taken apart my Asgardians. Yeah, they're completely disassembled. Yeah.
Oh, you got a crazy red stars on Thor though, right?
Yeah, but Thor is quite that team plays so much better with Thor. Wave 1 Avengers with Thor is almost a different team. It's very good.
All right, maybe I'll start looking for some something to do with my Asgardians if I break that up. And you know what? Actually, people are putting Drax in this spot right here. What are you doing with your Asgardians? Is it totally broken up, or are you still using hybrids?
Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm doing, and then what I'm going. All right, so Hela is going on offense, and so that leaves the shell of Loki, Heimdall, and Sif, and I've been running Ghost and Drax.
On the shell Asgardians, and they're doing pretty good in defense.
Yes, and what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to take Drax off, and I'm going to put Scientist Supreme there.
Ooh, tricky. Okay.
Yeah. So
let me know how that does.
Yeah, I don't know. There's really nothing wrong you can do with it. I mean, it's literally by intention for that team is just to soak up a symbiote or something, right? It's just like if they run their symbiotes over that, fine. But if the Hela just plays out much better on offense, absolutely.
I think I think the key to war defenses nowadays is having
Just
unique
throwing
teams that
people off,
people don't know how to counter it, and they bring in the wrong team because you don't really have a chance to experiment in war. So I think nowadays it's just about bringing in weird teams that people don't know how to counter.
No, it's like, and if you have the hot team flavor for the week, and then the word gets out how to counter it later, and you know what I mean. Yeah. So maybe it works for like a month, and then after that everybody's like, I know how to beat that team. And then that's the way it goes.
Yeah, most teams, if you know the counters, are pretty easy, but if you don't, they could be pretty tricky. So, these guys are together. Sinister Six is together. Cold, these guys are together for war. For Blitz, I'm pretty sure they're split up on war, though. I don't run a full shield team on war anymore. I think it's a mixed shield and human combo on war. Pimtech run this for Blitz, but I think I just moved them back to offense for war. I think I got to move Ghost back to defense, though. I think she's stronger on defense.
She's quite good on defense. I'm a big fan. I think she's great.
Yeah, I think I got to find a better defensive spot for her. Brotherhood 2.0, Fantastic Four. It is not the month that I broke up the Wakandans. Still don't have a good spot for them.
I've got them all over the play. I think I salvaged that team. Yeah. You know what? I want to see what you did, because there's some tricky stuff in here for sure, right?
All right, this I'm not happy with, and this is getting worse and worse. Before I started building up long shot for Dark Dimension 4, auto 8.3 doesn't matter. Now that he's kind of higher powered than these guys, not as consistent. I really got to watch the team. Guardians are back together for Blitz, nothing else. Mercs, this is where I got Korath right here for Blitz. I guess I did eventually put Bullseye here, so he's really low. Doesn't score a lot on Blitz.
Yeah, I think there's another Merc too. There's Merc Sniper, yeah. Yeah, I think I put Korath with Kree, but anyway, same thing.
Supernatural, this is my Ultron team for Blitz, and they did good. Ultron wins. Haven't split these guys up yet, but next month may be the month splitting up Defenders and Wakandans, because there's a couple teams, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist at that point. Wolverine is on his team just because he has his power here. I think he might be better on the X-Men and taking out Storm, though.
Okay, but yeah, you can put. I think I put Gamora in there. It's literally
Gamora
just
right here.
Yeah, it's just whatever hero brawler you're not using somewhere else.
And then Mantis off of this team, putting her on there. But yeah, I think Wolverine had more. Gamora's at 51. Wolverine's down here at 57. So I'm just trying to get more points there. And I think Storm is higher than Wolverine as well, which is why it's makes more sense to have him here instead of putting him on the X-Men team. But that's just for based on their power, not based on what works best. Still have Kingpin on this team.
It doesn't matter.
Both my Hydras are right next to each other as far as collection power.
Yeah.
Trash team, but this trash team wins sometimes at 8.3 and usually at 8.0 if they have the right matchup. This is a trash team that does not win. And now that I got Axeman and Symbiotes, I think I could break this up as far as a save squad. And put it in and try to find 30 full auto teams at 8.3. That's my save squads though.
Okay.
Some changes, some minor changes. Anything else you want to see?
No, I think we're in the same place on a lot of that stuff. That's great.
All right. Well, always fun looking at these. I'm curious to see what you have been doing with your roster, and maybe I'll take some tips from you and come back here. Those are the T4s, guys. Those are the T4s that I did this month. Let me know what you think your favorite one was. OhEmGee, before you go, tell everybody where they can find you, my friend.
On the interwebs.
He is there on the interwebs. Check him out, guys.
On
OnlyFans.com/OhEmGee. He also has another one, OnlyFans.com/MobileGamer.
Boomerfans.com.
Boomerfans.com. All over the place. I'm going to put all the links down below, guys.
KendallNubsOnly.com.
There's a lot, guys. All the links will be down below, guys, so you don't have to write them down or remember. Just click on the link down below. Check out his stuff. I will see you guys next time. Check out some of my other videos. Subscribe. All that stuff. Check me out on social media. And OMG, give me a Hulk fist bump before you go, brother. Where's that? There it is. OMG and ValleyFlyin. Out.
Kendalls.com/OG.
Restart. It's not a scam, baby.